Did you know that online streaming is becoming the most powerful means of reaching a broader audience? Even major networks are transitioning from cable television to online streaming platforms. BGK is a Christian online TV network that is ahead of the curve. We specialize in virtual broadcasting, allowing leaders to broadcast right from their homes while sitting in the comfort of their customized studios. Well, call us at 877-386-6207 and become a broadcast partner with BGK Broadcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to G's Inspirational Corner, where we are inspiring you to live your best life. I am your host. My name is Evangelist Jolanda Simmons-Wright, and boy, do I have a treat for you today. Oh, I'm so excited about today's show. Before I bring our guest on, I want to tell you a little bit about our guest. Her name is Ashley Jefferson. And she is the owner of Very Ashley, a chic bridge luxury boutique that offers the feminine woman a well-curated collection of trendy, occasional pieces and classic wardrobe staples. Now, I want to take my time and read her bio because this woman is doing such an amazing job here in the Richmond area. Her boutique is located in Stony Point Fashion Park, also serves as a showroom for local Virginia-based fashion designers who specialize in culture pieces, ready-to-wear items, accessory, and jewelry. Now, Ashley Jefferson has over 15 years, y'all, 15 years of experience in fashion and beauty and in the beauty industry. Working as a fashion model in New York City while attending college, she later became an ambassador for brands such as Suave Professionals, Neutrogena, and L'Oreal. Y'all hear that? After moving back to her hometown of Washington, D.C. in 2012, she began transitioning her career from modeling to fashion and beauty journalist. Starting as a beauty and lifestyle blogger for NBCWashington.com and later becoming a recurring guest on WUSA's Great Day Washington. By the time she moved to Richmond, Virginia in 2015, Ashley's work was featured in several national media outlets, including BET, MTV, Essence, and Marie Claire. Today, aside from selling feminine apparel, her company, Very Ashley, also holds several fashion shows, designer showcases, and educational events, collectively identified as the Very Ashley Experience. These events are designed to highlight local fashion and beauty professionals. Ashley is also the publisher of Virginia Style, a biannual magazine that highlights the very best of Virginia through the fashion, beauty, travel, and lifestyle. Ashley wraps her enthusiasm for fashion and beauty within the Very Ashley brand, bringing a new energy and unique point of view to Richmond, Virginia. You may find Ashley on Facebook and Instagram. Now, before I bring Ashley on, let's take a brief look at a video of Ashley and her fashion designs and her shop. Take a look.
Hi, welcome to Very Ashley. Come join me and my girls for our shopping party.
At Very Ashley, we dress the woman who leads a powerfully feminine and vibrant lifestyle. Our boutique showcases a variety of looks for any occasion, including meetings at the office to networking luncheons, happy hours, and date nights. Wherever our girl goes, we are right there for her. But we're more than a boutique. We're a fashion and beauty hub for powerful women who are both the beauty and the boss of their lives. Welcome to Very Ashley.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to G's Inspirational Corner. How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
I am well. I'm super excited about all of you're doing and your boutique. And I'm excited to get to know more about your boutique here in Virginia. I am located here in Virginia, and I cannot wait to hear all about what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Ashley, I just want to ask you, when did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
Right. So I've always been like an entrepreneur in school. In the high school, I was that kid that was selling candy in the schools, and then I would bake cookies at home and come to school and sell them. So I kind of knew that this was, entrepreneurs are born. And so this was kind of the thing. I got into business on fashion because I started working. I started as a model when I was in college. So I went to school in New York. So, the fashion community is very heavy there. So I just started modeling there. And so I did that for about 3 years. And then I continued on doing that even after I graduated. But what was pretty amazing was when I left college and I moved home. I'm from Washington, D.C. At the time we started blogging. So in 2012, this was kind of before Instagram had really popped off, and Facebook was there, but it just wasn't kind of like what it is today. So I was blogging. I had a blog, and I would review the beauty products that people would send me, and I would review the hair that people would send me. And so that's kind of interesting because I started getting more contracts with the brands that I once was modeling for. I was, being signed more as a blogger than I was as a model. So that's kind of where Suave came in. And Suave is a brand that you might see a lot in Target and Walmart. But L'Oreal is a really big brand. It's a really popular brand. So when they reached out to me asking me to review a lot of hair products, I was like, absolutely. And so that was really great. And the blogging industry really started bringing in a lot of money, and it was enough for me to pay my mortgage. So I thought that was, I thought I kind of had something there. But not to be too long-winded, but I ended up reviewing hair extensions, and this company sent me some hair, and I looked into the business of hair extensions. And I saw how much money they were making, and I was like, oh my goodness. So that's when the little, entrepreneurship sense was kind of started picking up again. So now I'm like, okay, well, I need to, get into that. I want to make this money too, And so that's kind of how things started. And then I remember speaking to, my accountant. I'm like, I would like to open up a hair business. And he's like, there's no way you can do that and be a teacher, And he was just, so I was a teacher at the time. And he's like, there's just no way you can open up a business. You just don't have the money. So you're either going to have to move to another city or, so that's why I came to Richmond. I have family here. So Richmond it's not far from Washington, D.C. So I can be close to home, but then Richmond is home because I have family here anyway. So that's kind of how it started. So I moved here in 2015 and, the rest is history. But what's so funny is that the hair business ended up in 2019. I opened up Very Ashley, and that's in Stony Point Fashion Park. And we sell all, clothes and everything. We do still sell hair in there, but we're definitely more so known for our clothes and our fashions. So we just cover a woman from head to toe.
Wow. It sounds like an opportunity of a lifetime. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Sounds like an opportunity, a great opportunity. And it is so important for people to know when to step into an opportunity. And that sounds like what you did.
Yes.
You saw the opportunity and you seized that moment.
Yes.
So Now, you have a boutique here in the Richmond area. What are some of the responsibilities of a boutique owner?
Oh, wow. Um, there's a lot of things that we have to do. I mean, if you wanted to set up or open up your own boutique, I mean, having a store is different in like a brick and mortar location that people can come to is very different than just doing it online. And we do both. But the brick and mortar store, I mean, you have to have your point of sale system and your inventory system. You definitely have to have the inventory itself. Products. Oh my goodness. Display merchandising is really important also. So your customers come in, they can actually see what they want and see. Maybe there's things that they don't want initially, but because you merchandise it properly, they can see how it can work in their lives and in their closet. So then they'll purchase it then. But another thing with running a boutique is that you really need help. And when I first opened my store, I was doing it alone. It was just me and my then boyfriend, and we were just doing it on our own. I was really just doing it on my own, you know, and then it was hard, and but he helped out a lot. And I would say if I didn't have him initially, I probably would not have done it. But but very quickly, I mean, very, very quickly, it couldn't just be the two of us. Like I really needed people who really, you know, wanted to help. And so I guess if I were to say to anybody who wanted to open up their own store, I would say you really need the help, and you need to factor that in the beginning of who can help you and who can be your team player. And you start off with that, put that in the budget from the beginning.
Okay.
And
sounds like you need a great support system.
You do.
For our viewers, I'm talking today with Ashley Jefferson. She is the owner of Very Ashley Boutique right here in Richmond, Virginia. I am your host, Jolanda Simmons-Wright. To be a guest on my show, please send me an email to wewdiamonds@yahoo.com. So Ashley, who would you say, who is your target customers?
Yeah, so Very Ashley is meant for the woman who is both the beauty and the boss of her life. So we really cater to women who love what they do. They are entrepreneurs, but they are in the C-level of the business that they run. So these women are busy. They have a lot going on. And sometimes they might neglect themselves. They may neglect, you know, buying new clothes or anything like that. They may have the finances, but they just don't have the time to go shopping. So what they may do is buy online if they can spare some time away. But what Very Ashley does is we kind of curate a selection of clothes for this type of woman who doesn't have enough time, who needs to trust that what she's going to get is going to be on point, on trend, or a classic piece that she can wear for the ages. And so at Very Ashley, you find that type of woman specifically coming to our store. And we have a selection of her things to wear to work, but we also have a lot of clothes to wear when you're going out. And that's actually what we're known for. I mean, we do have a lot of work pieces because that's what people need, but we also have things for her to go to a networking lunch, things for her to go to brunch, because when you're in brunch, you're socializing, you're networking there too. We have for the holiday gala gowns, we have any event that this woman would be going to. So that's what we really focus on, and that is our customer. So my oldest customer is 92 years old, but the average customer that we have is she's around 30 to 59, 60,
Okay.
30 to 60. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you mentioned that your clothes can be ordered online as well?
Absolutely. You can go to shopveryashley.com and order online. And I mean, that's great. A lot of our customers order online. What I do find that's also kind of cool is a lot of our customers order online and pick up in store. And so that's pretty cool too, just seeing the patterns of all of our customers. And they're not really just customers, they're more like clients. We really try to reach out to them, sending them lookbooks and line sheets of new things that we're getting in. And, you know, I know you have a busy day, you have a lot of meetings, but just real quick, flip through this lookbook of what we have new, and you can buy right from the lookbook if you choose. and your outfits are there. And then when you get there, then you can try it on, and then you can take it off, take it out of the store with you. What's so interesting, we really don't carry a lot of each item.
Okay.
And that's because Richmond is just so small, and nobody wants to be wearing the same exact thing as somebody else. Like, who wants to show up to a party and you have the same dress on as somebody else? So at this moment now, we don't really carry any more than 4 of each item in each size. Majority of the times, though, we have 2 of each item in that size. So we just try to keep it limited, just so you won't run into this thing is so small. You can just run into somebody wearing the whole same outfit as you, and it just kills your day,
So you heard it here. You can go online and shop at Very Ashley Boutique and choose what you want and pick it up. You can order it online and then go pick it up. I like that. So, Ashley, why would you say fashion is so important in this day and time? We're coming out of a season of COVID where many of us was at home and spending most of our time in the house, and now people are venturing back out. Why is fashion so important right now?
Yeah, because people want to get out. We are communicating with each other once again, finally, and a lot of times we're doing it even more so than we did in 2018, 2019, pre-pandemic. We miss each other. We want to have events. We want to do things. A lot of people had cabin fever. And here's the thing. I know fashion, it's not necessarily saving the world, but we're helping the people who do save the world. And that's the whole reason why I even do this is, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. If you call me to help defend you on trial, you're going to lose. If you call me to give you the medicine, you're going to die because I'm going to overprescribe. It's going to be bad. But for the doctors and the attorneys who are always working, they need some moment to be smiling in their day. There is some way to say, this is my moment of self-care so that I can go off to be the best doctor or the best attorney or the best insert profession here. And that's what fashion brings. That's what we bring. That's what the whole Very Ashley ecosystem brings to these women. And because I deal with a lot of powerful, go-getting women, it's so common for them to forget about themselves. And as women are becoming more powerful, we are sometimes starting to lose our femininity. We'll be so powerful, but then we might be a little masculine too. And so it's like, okay, well, come to Very Ashley. I will remind you, as powerful as you are and as superstar as you are, it's okay to just relax and be like, I'm just going to let these girls pamper me. I'm just going to put on a nice dress, and just do all the things that are just like a little princess, would like to do, because there's still that little piece inside of you. And you can do that for just a little sliver of time that you come into Very Ashley. And then you go out and you keep on, conquering the world. But every woman needs a respite, and Very Ashley provides that for them.
Yes. Every woman likes to step out in style, whatever that style is for that day or for that moment. They have a place to go and, relax and just shop and step out in style and look good. So what is it like when a person walks into your boutique? What is the first thing that they see?
Well, they will see one of our happy girls in there saying, hello, welcome in. And we love to get returning customers, because if we know you by name, we'll definitely call you by name. It's not always important that you buy, but it is important that you have a good experience. Now, obviously, we want you to fall in love with the piece and you want to take it home. But, if that is not the case, we want you to know that when you come into Very Ashley, you are treated like a superstar. And you are treated, either you're going to feel like a superstar or you're going to feel like you just walked into a room full of your girlfriends that just want to hey, girl, I just want to hug it, So you just want that feeling. Because sometimes when we go out into the world and we give everything, our cup runs empty. And it's like, okay, well, come to Very Ashley. We're going to pour that cup up for you and make you feel like a superstar once again. Because that's what you want.
How marvelous. Sounds like such a warm and great place to be. When I think about fashion, I think of so many things. What is fashion in simple words for you?
Just expression. It's expression on whatever it is. And that's the word there. I mean, we can't really walk around naked all day. So you have to have clothes, But in the clothes, this is just a way that we express ourselves and however we feel and whatever, we need to do. That's really all that it is. And what I do find is that a lot of times when you don't feel so good on the inside, you put on that good outfit, or you can step out. You know what I mean? You can step out and be a superstar, and that is good. Yes. But that's really, I think that fashion a lot of times is very elitist, and it'll be like, oh, well, if you're not this size, you can't come here. If you're not this tall, if you're not this, that, and the third. But that, I don't like that side of fashion. That is not fashion. That is violence. Fashion is expression in how you are, wherever you are, and however you feel. And we're here to support that.
Yes, I was looking at the video and I saw that, all different shapes and sizes. Everyone looked beautiful in the fashion and when we just watched the video briefly, and I was like, look at that. You don't have to worry about it. You go in there and you have a little bit of something for everybody. Yes. And that's the beauty in it all. I wanted to ask you, how do you keep your store's inventory? How do you keep your inventories fresh and up to date?
So typically, I buy from the market. So we go to what's called, the clothing markets or apparel markets. They have them all over the country. There's one that's really big, which is called Magic in Las Vegas. And that's the one that I go to because most of the vendors come to there. It's an international market. Most of the vendors come to there. And all of the boutique owners, that's where you see a lot of boutiques, but you also see a lot of department stores as well. And they'll come in and that's where they place their orders. But there are other times when you want to get that special piece that won't be there. And I should say there are a lot of special pieces there, but there might be a vendor who wasn't able to go to Magic and they have something that's really spectacular. So what we do is we either Zoom like now, or I would just go up to New York and go to their location, to their showroom. And that's always really fun. There's also a lot of showrooms in California as well that I would just go directly to. But New York is closer to me in Virginia, so I definitely go there more often. And that's a lot of fun. So it does require a lot of travel because on the Zoom call, sometimes you can't exactly feel the clothes. You just have to trust that they're giving you something good. But when you can actually go to the showroom, you can touch it, feel it. And I would love to bring a model with me so that, she could try the clothes on, because I really don't like trying the clothes on. I'm like, I can bring a model with me who can try the clothes on. But we do also speaking back again to the Zoom, is there are a lot of brands in Turkey. And so I reach out to them online, or they'll set up a session with me on Zoom or on WhatsApp, and we communicate that way. So it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a career with a lot of travel involved. But when you bring the clothes back to the store and you see the smiles on your clients' faces, it's worth it. It is well worth it.
So tell our viewers where your store is located. Give them the address and where it's located, and how can they contact you on your social media. We'll run it across the screen as well.
Yes. So Very Ashley is located in Stony Point Fashion Park. The address is 9200 Stony Point Parkway, Richmond, Virginia. We are located right off of Chippenham Parkway. And you just come into the store. We are right by Saks Fifth Avenue. Actually, we're right behind Saks Fifth Avenue. So you can just walk through Saks and you just come right out to our store right as you walk into the mall. On the right-hand side, we're across the hall from Tiffany's Jewelry and right next door to Brooks Brothers. So that's where we are. You can find us on the website at shopveryashley.com. And we're also on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all those things at Shop Very Ashley. That's our handle all over online.
Great. So we're here today talking with Ashley Jefferson, and she is the owner of Very Ashley. I am your host, Jolanda Simmons-Wright. Ashley, I want to ask you, with a lot of boutiques that we see, what makes your boutique unique and different from your competitors?
Yeah, well, I will say I don't really think I have any competitors. I think we all kind of collaborate. There are so many different boutiques in Richmond that are all really amazing, and they kind of cater to each business in a different, or to each customer in a different way. So I wish everybody had a store, because then the customers can go to each location. You'll find something special in each one. So the goal really is just to kind of appeal to the customer. I really don't like to say I have any competitors at all. I do know something that does separate Very Ashley apart that we do that maybe other people don't do is we have our designer exclusive program.
Mhm.
That program allows a lot of local designers in Virginia and in Richmond to sell their items at Very Ashley. And so because I'm located right next to Saks Fifth Avenue, we have a very high, clientele that's very discerning. They're really concerned about quality. I mean, the Saks girl. And so when she comes into Very Ashley and she sees these products that they didn't have the marketing or the revenue to get into Saks, but we're still providing them with, quality products that they should see. And then we're exposing the young designer to the Saks customer. I mean, that's just a great synergy there, and it really helps the designer. So we had several people come through the design exclusive program, and that's a great way for them to know what's good about their brand or what's not so good, what they should work on, what they shouldn't, work on, what they should kind of accentuate. So that's really good, and I think that is something that is unique to us because we are located right there by such a big box store like that. But honestly, anybody could do that. That's just something that we do and something that I love doing. But in that is also collaboration. I love business women. I love people who want to work together as a team. I'm such a fan of collaboration over competition.
Love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Do you have any upcoming events?
We do actually. November 18th is our fashion and design event. It's going to be held at Audrey Young Interiors right there at Stony Point Fashion Park. And so the portion of the proceeds are going to benefit the Metropolitan Business League. And I want to mention the Metropolitan Business League because we just completed a fashion show at their Woman Who Means Business Summit that happened yesterday. And it was phenomenal. I mean, the fashion show was phenomenal. The entire summit was phenomenal. That team threw on such a wonderful, inspiring event for all of Richmond and all the women who attended and men also who attended as well. But we were there for that fashion show. We hope to kind of do something. We will do something again, but it's going to be on a smaller level because it's a holiday event.
Okay.
The space just doesn't fit 400 people, but it will be just as nice. And the portion of the proceeds go to benefit the Metropolitan Business League.
Wow. Sounds very nice. Very nice. So we're talking with Ashley Jefferson, and she's the owner of Very Ashley. Ashley, now I know you have a biannual magazine. We only have a few more minutes left. Can you tell us a little bit about your magazine?
Yes, so VA Style stands for Very Ashley Style, and that is a magazine. It's a full glossy fashion magazine that highlights the most philanthropic and fashionable people in Richmond. So that's unique because you have to give back to the community.
Yes.
And I'd rather be a business superstar in order to give back. But then also you have to be fashionable. And so we write the articles of these people who are just amazing. They're inspirational. And they are, they honestly, I learn about them because they are Very Ashley customers. So in this past issue, we've had Miss Rita McClenny, who is the president and CEO of the Virginia Tourism Corporation. I mean, she's just killing it in everything that she's doing. And we have Stephanie Glenn, who is the vice president of diversity and inclusion at the Community Foundation. We also featured two other gentlemen. One is Floyd E. Miller II, and he's actually the president and CEO of the Metropolitan Business League, and also council member Andreas Addison. And so, and all of these people give back. I mean, they really give back, but they are superstars. I mean, I was very humbled that they even agreed to have us interview them and to photograph them in the magazine. And so the magazine is distributed obviously at Very Ashley and to every Very Ashley customer, but it's going to every issue. Every issue is going to every member of the Metropolitan Business League as well. So that's how we're distributing it there. But you can also find issues at the Hilton Hotel and at the Marriott and in other areas around town.
How nice. How nice. So you heard it here, right here on G's Inspirational Corner. Head on out to Stony Point. Visit Ashley Jefferson at her store, Very Ashley, located at, where's it located?
It's located at Stony Point Fashion Park, and the address is 9200 Stony Point Parkway, Richmond, Virginia. We're right off of Chippenham Parkway.
Good. And you can find her on Facebook, Instagram at Shop Very Ashley.
Yes.
ShopVeryAshley.com and Stony Point Fashion Park. Go out and support her. You heard it. She's doing some great things. Go out and support her. You can also, I see where it's VAStylemag.com. Is that where?
Yeah.
Yeah, visit her. Visit her. Go out and see what she's doing. Take a look at some things. Go online. Shop online. Take a look and see what you can find. I am so delighted and thankful, Ashley, that you was able to come onto G's Inspirational Corner. And I wish you the best and the greatest. I see nothing but greatest. Thank you for joining us here on G's Inspirational Corner.
Thank you for having me.
Until next time, I would like for my guests to please join us right here on Roku, G's Inspirational Corner. Head on over to Facebook broadcast, G's Inspirational Corner, Facebook broadcast. Leave a comment for Ashley. Let her know what you think about what she said and all that she's doing. Until next time, I'm G. I can't wait to see you again.